Well, when you take your perspective and you switch it from, why is all happening to me? And you switch it to like, damn, dude, I'm grateful I'm learning these lessons. This is making me better. Now, all of a sudden, instead of it disrupting your whole day or disrupting your whole piece, you actually feel better about moving forward in life and whatever it is you're working on, your business, okay? Because you're learning new skill sets. And then that's what creates the confidence for you to be someone that everybody else comes to solve the problem, meaning you're the who gets to solve all the problems. And guess what that also gets? They get the most money. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to motherfucking reality. Guys, today we have Q&AF. That's where you submit the Qs, and I bring you the AFs. As always, you could submit your questions, which can be about anything. That can be about personal development, how to win, how to kick ass, business, life, what's going on in the world, literally anything. And you could submit those questions too.
Guys, email those questions in to askandy@andyfrisella.com.
And ask DJ.
Hello, children.
What's going on, dude?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, if this is your first time tuning in, this is not like other podcasts, okay? We have shows within the show, and that makes it that much more valuable. So other times when you tune in, you might have CTI. That's called Cruise the Internet. That's where we cruise the internet, all right? We throw up 3 topics right up here on this screen. We make fun of the people that wrote them. We make fun of the people that believe them. And we make fun of the people who actually read this shit and spread it around. And then we talk about what truth there may be underlying, what problem there is to solve, and how we as a collective can be a solution to that problem. Other times when you tune in, we have Real Talk. Real Talk is 5 to 20 minutes of me just basically ranting and talking some shit about what I think you need to hear. All right. That's what Real Talk is. It's exactly what the fuck it sounds like. And then we have Full Length. And Full Length is sort of what you guys are used to with the 40 million other podcasts out there. I am not the best interviewer in the world. I am a conversationalist. Mm-hmm. It's above interviewer.
Yeah.
In the rankings. So I don't want to hear your shit. All right. There is a fee for the show. You'll hear us talk about the fee. The fee is just, hey man, if you get real value out of the show, we appreciate it if you shared it. That's how the message spreads. You know, I don't take endorsement dollars from companies to send messages to you guys. And in exchange for not boring you half the show with my fucking stupid reads about stuff that I probably don't even use, that I'm just getting paid to talk about. And you have to question whether or not I'm saying what they want me to say, or if I'm saying what I actually believe. In exchange for all of that, I just ask that you share the show. That's it, man. We're trying to get the message out. And we've grown a tremendously strong, powerful podcast over the course of the better part of a decade off of word of mouth. I like word of mouth. Word of mouth is genuine. It's real. And that's how we operate here. So yeah, that's it. That's the rundown. What's going on?
No, I could picture you having to like doing some ads for shit. You know, Preparation H.
Nah, it's good. Bro, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that, man.
No, I don't see how people.
You know what the worst one I've seen on TV, dude, is the. Do you remember the Dannon like probiotic yogurt ads?
Yes.
Where like they had
like the Activia shit?
Yeah, bro. They have these like women on the ad that they're talking about how like they eat this yogurt and it makes them poop better.
Yeah.
Like it's just that's a bad thing for you guys to do, man. Because now all I think when I see some of these girls that did these ads is like them pooping.
Yeah.
Like for the rest of their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like you got to be selective.
Be a bad image. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad image.
So I wouldn't do Preparation H. I might do some other stuff though. I know what I certainly wouldn't do. I definitely wouldn't talk about this amazing, tasteful, Orange Sunrise First Form energy drink that has me feeling great. It has me feeling like a whole fucking bowl of sunshine, baby.
Right.
I wouldn't talk about, but this is not an ad.
That's definitely not an ad.
No. It's not an ad.
But if you
I'm
were
just saying, if I were to take money for ads, I would consider these guys.
It's not a bad choice.
Yeah.
I like the blue drink for sure. I'm still a blue drink guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like
blue raspberry? Yeah, that blue raspberry. Something different.
Anyway.
Yeah. Not an ad, for sure.
So what we got today, dude?
Well, as always, brother, I got some good ones for you.
All right. You always do. Hey, where can people follow you at, dude? Not enough of you guys follow DJ.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, I appreciate the guys that do. they're not hoes. They share the show.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm on Instagram, guys, at officially D Johnson.
Yeah. Go follow them. I think we're starting to post on YouTube with these shows now.
Yeah. Well, hello, YouTube.
That'll be nice. Hi, guys. Yeah. This is what the fuck we look like.
Yeah. Bro, you know what's crazy? Most people don't know I'm black.
Oh, they don't? No. You only talk about it every fucking show.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? I talk about my credit score all the time.
Pretending.
Yeah. Like,
you're black?
Right. Like, what the fuck? I had a black person tell me that, like, damn, I didn't know you were black. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Dude.
Here I am.
Yep. You're definitely black.
All the oppression and the blackness. All right. Well, let's knock these out, man. Andy, I got some good ones for you.
All right.
Question number one. Andy, I have a young employee that has worked for me for the last year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to do more in the company, which is great, and I want him to do more. However, him being 18, he's still very immature for his age, and the next steps for him would involve him driving company vehicles, which I don't feel comfortable with him driving yet, as I see how he drives his own. So my question is, how do I help him become more mature and act more like an adult so I can start trusting him to do more?
Well, you've got to just explain to him very clearly that your progress stops right now unless you change this, and this, about yourself.
Yeah.
If he's truly hungry and he's truly ambitious and he truly wants to be a part of what you got going on, he'll make those adjustments and he'll understand, and he will. I've had plenty of people over the course of business in my companies who have been young, 17, 18, 19 years old, who also, acted like a typical 17, 18, 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Where I pulled them in. I say, hey man, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like you. I like your enthusiasm. I think you're great for the company, but bro, you got this problem and this problem and this problem. And your progress stops right here unless this problem, this problem, and this problem are fucking handled. And I think people, can respect that, especially whenever they're young and they're making some progress inside of a company where not everybody's maybe that young. By just giving them that direction, that direct talk.
Yeah.
Where, hey, if you want to go further, this has to change. It's not a negotiation.
Yeah.
You'll see some changes pretty quick.
Yeah.
Because dude, when you're young and people are extra ambitious like that, that's some of the most powerful people that you can have inside of your organization because they haven't been beat down by 15 jobs already
before they got to you.
Yeah. So like they haven't been the ambition and the drive and the life force and all the great things that you need your company to haven't been sucked out of them by, unfulfilled promises or bad employment in other companies or bad situations or staying in one situation for the 10 years and then developing the belief system that, I can never move out of this. And, there's a lot of, you're working with a blank slate, and it's very important that you understand that you have an opportunity to maybe bring someone up who's 17, 18 now, but by the time they're 25, they could be running your shit.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had executives in companies, that I'm involved in that are, 25, 26, 27 years old, man.
Yeah. Because
those are the guys that have the drive, the ambition, the hunger, and everything that you really need to build something special. And unfortunately, man, by the time people are 30, 40 years old or especially in their 40s and up, a lot of these people are set in their ways. They're not willing to adapt. They're not willing to change their way of thinking. They think that it's too late for them in life. And because of that, you end up with someone who's basically a drag on your system.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge fan of giving young people responsibility. And I think it just comes down to you being very direct and a very strong leader and saying, hey, here's what I need.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you're not going to get what the fuck it is you're after. And then making sure that they do those things.
Yeah. Do you think, obviously, like being around you, Andy, I know you take like the responsibility of raising mature adults seriously, right? But do you think that's maybe like, that's something that entrepreneurs have maybe missed or not have taken as seriously? Like, and that's why we have 30-year-olds with the less ambition and,
Yeah, for sure, dude. I think there's a big leadership gap in entrepreneurship because just like there's a lot of people who are in their 40s, 30s and 40s who think like this is a job and I'm going to basically show up and do the minimum and go home. There's just as many leaders out there that own companies, especially second generation leaders, people who were born into their business, who believe that, it's good enough to show up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, go to their lake house on Friday, take Monday off. And they think that these people are going to go to battle for them inside the office. It's not going to fucking happen, bro.
Right.
Okay. So a lot of times the bad culture that you have in your office comes from your entitlement, and you think that you're somehow in a position where you get to fuck off while everybody else fucking is working hard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's terrible leadership. And it's a recipe for you losing your shit.
Mm.
This is why second, third generation businesses typically fucking fail, because the people who are in charge of them do not possess the same work ethic, and they can't possess the same work ethic or understanding that the first generation did when they were trying to grind it out, every nickel, every dime, every customer at a time. Well, when you take someone and you plant them into that situation, they think this shit's just an automatic.
There's no skin in the game.
Yeah, they don't understand what it took to cultivate that. And that's why the longer and more successful your business becomes, the longer it's around and the more successful it becomes, the harder it is to maintain that same mentality of hunger and growth and aggressiveness that you need to have.
Yeah.
But the reality of business is this: you're either moving forward or you're getting passed up, because a lot of people think they can get to a certain point and they can just like be there.
Cruise control.
Yeah, but that doesn't work in life or business, because, dude, there's enough people that are behind you right now who are hustling as hard as they fucking can, who will pass you by the minute you start to put it in neutral and kind of coast. Okay. So the market is always moving forward. And if you, for some reason, whatever it is, maybe you get comfortable, maybe you start making good money, maybe you start to become, you start thinking you're rich and you don't need to do these things, or you're special, or you're entitled to a different lifestyle now because you've put in your time, right? That's very common with a lot of people. A lot of people think, and they tell me this shit, you've put in your 24 years, bro. Why the fuck are you there all the time? Because I don't want to go backwards.
Right.
I want to continue to move forward. I understand that my external life is a result of what I do on all the shit you motherfuckers don't see. Like, that's the way the game works.
Yeah.
So when you see someone out there hustling and it doesn't make sense to you because they're rich as fuck and they've got everything that you could possibly ever comprehend, maybe it should occur to you that that person understands that the reason they have all those things is because of the work that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, we have equal fault here amongst some entitled employees and also some entitled ownership. And if we want to switch the culture of this country around and make it the culture that we all believe it should be, that's going to have to change. Organization. And by the way, it's natural order. Organizations that behave the ways that I'm describing will automatically be weeded out.
Right.
They eventually die. So it's just the natural process of the life cycle of a business.
For sure. Sometimes
it just takes time. Now, as an employee, if I were an employee, I would want to be, because not everybody's going to be an entrepreneur. It's only 7 to 8% of people are entrepreneurs, and only 1% of those are actually successful entrepreneurs. So when we consider who you want to work for, if you're an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, someone who wants to be a part of an aggressive organization, you have to be within an organization that is actively and aggressively growing, okay, that has that mentality of we're going to do this. They have a mission they're trying to accomplish. You don't want to ever get stuck in a company that's in one of those neutral phases, because you're going to waste your time being there. And you only get one life, dude. You only get one career. You only get so many years to build something great.
Yeah.
And the more time you spend in an organization that's either stagnant or moving backwards, that's actually fucking you. You can't make that time up.
Yeah.
So it's very important that if you're in one of those companies that's neutral or moving backwards, that you start looking for, and you're an aggressive person, you want to win, you want to build a life. Some people don't give a fuck, dude. Some people, they're going to cook fucking French fries their whole fucking life, and that's going to be their life. And honestly, I don't care. Like, that's cool, but just don't bitch about what the fuck you don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're someone who's driven, ambitious, and hungry and wants to be a part of something, you have to actively seek out a company that also aligns with those values.
And question number 2. Andy, I'm 2 years into my real estate business. I recently recommended a contractor who I've used multiple times in the past for other clients to a new client of mine, and it blew up in my face. The contractor is showing me a new side of him I've never seen before, and it's going to cost my client an extra $4,000. I'm not working with the contractor anymore, but I want to preserve the relationship with my client for this and for future transactions, referrals, etc. I'm planning on eating the $4K for my client since I referred the work. Am I being foolish for doing this, or do you consider this doing the right thing?
Personally, that's something I would do.
Yeah.
Like, personally. But I've also been known to go overboard to make things correct or make things right. And a lot of times that's bit me in the ass. But the reason I continue to do these things is because I believe in the greater good. Yeah. And I also believe that when you do what you think is right, that's the most important thing, because I'm not sitting at home. I don't ever sit at home and think like, fuck, dude, I got cheap with that situation and it fucked up that relationship. Like that's not a thought I ever have. I don't have relationships that way.
Yeah.
And that, I think that probably removes a lot of, emotional burden off of someone when you know that you've given everything you can, and when you know that you've helped every way that you can, you've done everything you can. I think that's a good thing. It's more about your peace than it is about, the relationship.
For sure.
So I continue to do those things, even though they aren't always reciprocated or appreciated. But, I think most people would look at that and say that's probably overboard.
For sure.
But it depends on how you want to be viewed. Like, do you want to be like, I want to be viewed as someone who always does the right thing and makes shit right.
Yeah.
Like when I fuck up, I'm going to fucking fix it.
Yeah.
And I want that to be part of the story that's told about me. So, I assume that if you're even thinking, I commend you for even thinking that way, because most people just wouldn't.
Yeah.
Most people would be like, oh, that sucks, bro.
Yeah. Here's another one for you.
So, I actually, I think I would do something similar to that if it were me, within reason. And I think that's a good thing to do. I think it's always a good thing to do when you know that you made a mistake, if you can make it right. I certainly don't think that would be expected.
Right.
I certainly don't think you're going to be blamed, but I certainly think that the story that's told about you from that person from then on out will be, holy shit, that's a stand-up motherfucker.
Worth a lot more than $4K.
Yeah. You couldn't buy that for $100K or $1 million.
Right.
So that's the right way to be thinking about it, for sure.
So, because doing the right thing, it's a massive thing, especially now. Like it's a great opportunity for businesses to become more ethical and do the right thing. Right, the public wants it. How exactly do you look at these situations? Is every single situation different, or do you look at it, every single situation is different when you're trying to like rectify the problem, or is there
no? There's no set rules, man. You got to take everything as it comes.
Yeah,
every problem presented to you over the course of your life is going to be slightly different. So they're all technically unique, but the chances are you can fit all of those billions of little issues that you're going to face over the course of your life into probably, 5 categories of problems, right?
Yeah.
You got a problem with your finances. You got a problem with relationship. You got a problem with your physical appearance or your health. You got a problem with your mental state. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could categorize all these issues, and over the course of your life, you'll be able to recognize that these unique issues really aren't that unique, and you'll be able to draw upon the previous experiences that you've had to solve the problems that you come up with.
Yeah.
This is why in business, it's important for you to not get completely demoralized when you have problems every single fucking day, because every single day you may have a problem, but that problem and that solution is going to provide you with a new skill. And the next time a similar problem comes about, you're going to have an easier time solving those problems. And so that's why, like, when people start to look at, how hard it is to build a company or to build an income or to build a business or whatever it is you're working on, they don't appreciate the lessons that are being taught to them by the problems that they get to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so a lot of
perception of it.
And they only focus on the disruption because the expectation is that these people are supposed to have a perfect day. Right. Well, listen, motherfucker, I don't know about you, but I haven't had a perfect day in a long fucking time. Like, I can't remember a single day that I was able to get through without zero fucking conflict or zero problems. I can't think of even one over the course of the last 24 years. And I bet if I was aware enough to recognize what I'm talking about back then, I probably didn't have one before that. And I probably just had the wrong attitude. And I was looking at it like, fuck, why is all this shit happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you take your perspective and you switch it from, fuck, why is all this shit happening to me? And you switch it to like, damn, dude, I'm grateful I'm learning these lessons. This is making me better. Now, all of a sudden, instead of it disrupting your whole day or disrupting your whole piece, you actually feel better about moving forward in life and whatever it is you're working on, your business, okay? Because you're learning new skill sets. And then that's what creates the confidence for you to be someone that everybody else comes to solve the problem, meaning you're the smart motherfucker who gets to solve all the problems. And guess what that motherfucker also gets? They get the most money because the people who solve the most problems get the most fucking money because they're the most fucking valuable. So why don't you quit shitting on the fact that your life is presenting you with all these opportunities to improve and start appreciating that it is, because that's what's going to make you in the long run. You're just looking at it completely wrong.
Yeah. Guys, Andy, our third and final question. Question number 3. Andy. Andy, I own a retail store. Think home goods, but with local buys and crafts.
Oh, that's cool.
What's the best way to attract new customers in a digital age with a physical brand, as I hesitate to invest heavily on the social media side? Do I need to just get over my fears and ride the wave, or do I need to do something completely different?
Listen, dude. First of all, your best way to get new customers is to do such a great job with the current customers that you have and make the experience so fucking amazing that they cannot fucking help but tell this story about you. Okay? You want the story to be told about your store to be, this was not only the most incredible home goods store, this was the most incredible fucking shopping experience that I've ever had anywhere in my life. And if you can do that, then those people will spread that message for you. So my first answer is fix your shit. Okay. Make it so that when these people walk out of the door, they actually like are so amazed that they turn around and they walk back and they shake your hand unsolicited and say, dude, thank you so much for that. That was fucking amazing. Or thank you so much for the great service. Or they give you a big hug. Okay.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're doing it right in a retail setting. Okay. Now let's address this. That was the first step.
Yeah.
Okay. Do this first. And I'll explain why here in a second. Now, the second step is if you're not using the tools available to you, these are inexpensive, highly effective, highly targeted tools that allow you to grow your retail business, your small business exponentially because you have some hang up about technology and not understanding it. And you're not willing to at least go find some people that do. You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that is cheap, it's effective, and it will help you win on a massive scale. Now, do you want to go out and do that automatically? No. You want to have the process that I laid out the first part of the question, because if the experience is bad, okay, let's just say people are coming in, they're getting treated like shit.
Right.
They're not, and you think that going out and creating this online e-com campaign is going to somehow solve your problem. It's going to actually quicken you going out of business because it will do the exact opposite of spreading the amazing word of mouth. What it will do is you'll go out, you'll get all these new people who've never heard of you before to now give you a chance to earn their business. They will come in and shop with your store and they will fucking go out and they will say, that was the biggest crock of shit I ever went to. They were out of shit. The place was dirty. The people were rude. The experience was terrible. And you'll go out of business extra fast.
Yeah.
Because word of mouth can be accelerated that quickly with technology. So
that's what you're afraid of, probably, right?
Well, that is what they're probably afraid of.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, some people, you know, they're a little older, do have hangups on technology because they don't understand the great things they it can do.
Back a lot of my day.
Yeah. Well, bro, listen, I'm fucking that old. Okay. Like, fuck you. All right. But the truth of the matter is like, but see, I'm smart enough to go find motherfuckers that understand
they can do it. Yeah.
And do it good.
Yeah.
So have your system in place to create this experience. Then think of the e-com campaign that you're trying to create around this as the gasoline to the fire. So you got to build the fire first. All right. Now, if you go out and you don't have the fire and you go out, you get all the gasoline in the world and it ain't going to fucking blow the fuck up. Okay. And actually what will happen is it'll quicken you go out of business. You need to understand this. A lot of people make this mistake. A lot of people. This is why you have so many e-com kids having to go through, you know, this product and this product and this product. And I understand that a lot of these e-com kids, when they're young, that's the point. They're like just caring about the income stream. But the real killers, the motherfuckers that are going to be like billionaires when they're fucking 35 years old and 40 years old, those kids will understand what I'm saying right now. And they will build an amazing concept and then understand that e-com is just an advertising arm of this concept and experience that you've created.
It already exists.
Yeah. And you may make less cash flow when you're 19, 20, 21, and you won't be able to buy your fucking Huracan at 21 years old. But when you're fucking 40, Bugatti will be knocking on your fucking door asking you to buy cars from them.
Mm-hmm.
Ask me how I know.
Right.
Okay. So let's think of this the long game.
Yeah.
Okay. You could still do very well, but build your fire, add the gas.
That's right.
That's what you're going for here.
I love it.
Yeah. And you guys have to understand, you're lucky to have this technology. If you don't utilize it, you really are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you utilize it the right way, this man or woman, whoever owns the store, you could scale that store out across the country.
And be the next Home Goods.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You could be the next Home Goods of locally sourced shit everywhere if you leverage this properly. So I would encourage you to think a little bigger than what you're thinking right now. You know, we gotta crawl before we can walk, but you know, you're gonna find out real quick if you follow what I just told you, that things can happen very fast if you're good about doing it.
Guys, Andy, that is 3.
All right. Go pay the fee.
Yeah.